I'm going to talk about the changes that are coming to Medicare for 2020. And if you're about to come into Medicare or you're already in Medicare, it's important to understand these changes. So stay tuned. Okay, so let's talk about the changes that are coming to Medicare in 2020. And it's likely you've heard something about it, that things are going to change in 2020. I can promise you're going to hear things about it because there are going to be certain entities that promote the change, that look for you to take action on this change. And the good news is it really does not affect very many people at all. So there are some changes, but it's not likely going to affect you. So I'm going to show you exactly what it is so that you understand it, so that way there's no mistakes or anxiety going into 2020 on something you might or might not need to do. So it's actually pretty simple. So if you did hear about it, in 2015, they passed an act called MACRA. And what that's going to do, it's going to eliminate some Medicare supplement plans as choices. So right off the bat, we're talking Medicare supplement. So Medicare Advantage really isn't affected at all by this. It's simply a couple of Medicare supplement plans that are not going to be eliminated. They're not going to disappear. They just won't be available for new choice for people that turn 65 or become Medicare eligible after 2020. So if you're already on one, it really doesn't affect you. But we're going to talk about that as well, on some things you might want to consider because of the change and how it's going to work. So let's understand this pretty clearly, exactly what it's going to be. And again, nowhere near as complicated as they're going to make it out to be. It's absolutely pretty simple stuff. So the changes will be, as of January 1, 2020, newly eligible Medicare recipients, meaning you turn 65 after January 1, 2020, you will not be able to choose Medicare Supplement Plan C, Medicare Supplement Plan F, or Medicare Supplement Plan FHD. And that's the entirety, really, of the change. So let's break it down a little bit. Plan C almost never comes up in conversation anyway. So really, you don't have to worry about Plan C. Plan F for a long time was kind of the Cadillac of Medicare supplement plans. It covers 100% of everything. But the problem was it had a much higher premium than it should. So very rarely these days do people choose Plan F anyway. And I can tell you, of the thousands of people that I have helped with Medicare supplement coverage across the country, I'd be shocked. I absolutely would have less than 5 that are on Plan F, and they would be on it only for very specific reasons. So Plan F is not a good choice anyway. Now, Plan FHD is Plan F with a high deductible. You may or may not have heard of it. I have a video specifically on FHD, and it has a high deductible, a $2,300 deductible. But it does play into a certain part of the country. So it is a good option in certain areas where premiums are much higher than in other areas. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what's going to replace that in just a second. But back up to Plan F, Plan C. If you're currently on F or C or FHD, you don't have to do anything. It's not changing from under you. It's just changing to people after 2020 being able to choose it. Now, that being said, if you're on Plan F or Plan C, I would absolutely recommend that you do a comparison. I'm happy to do it for you. We'll look for a better option. And going forward, it's just a better idea. If you can get off of Plan F, it's probably a good idea to get into G or get into N, and then that way it just simplifies things down the road. Now, FHD, a little bit different. If you're on FHD, because it's got that high deductible, I don't personally really feel that it's going to have any drastic impact, that new blood, so to speak, won't be coming into FHD, because it's a pretty solid plan because of the high deductible. That's what kind of stabilizes rate increases and things like that. The more out of pocket on the consumer side, the more predictable claims are from the insurance side. So I'm totally comfortable with staying on FHD. Again, if you're healthy and to change from any of these to another one, if you're already in Medicare, you have to get through medical underwriting, so you got to be in pretty good health to change. If you are in pretty good health, it's probably a good idea to take a look and let us see if it makes sense or not make sense. So just give me a call or send me an email or visit my website, and we'll do that comparison for you. And if it makes sense, then we'll look to change. If it doesn't make sense, then we'll be happy where we are. So it's all about what really makes sense. So what's going to become of Plan FHD? It's going to become Plan GHD. So it's going from F high deductible to G high deductible. And the only difference will be the name. It'll have exactly the same benefit as FHD going into GHD. It'll have the same high deductible. We don't at this point have a deductible number for 2020, but right now it's $2,300. It'll likely go up a little bit in 2020, but whether it was FHD or GHD really doesn't make any difference. So that is really all the change. So you're going to see a lot of marketing come closer to 2020 on all these changes, and you better call us. And what they're trying to do is change you into something different. So don't let that happen unless it needs to happen. And again, come 2020, the choices are going to be pretty much Plan G, Plan N, or Plan GHD. And I'll make a video very soon on GHD. I've got a video on FHD. You know, I could just change and cross out the F and put a G, and it's the same video. But I'll make a specific video on GHD. And then Plan G and Plan N. There's specific, depends on the part of the country and your zip code and the pricing on what makes sense where you are. So we're going to see a little more gravity going into Plan N. But Plan G is still a great choice, and it's just finding the right one where you are. So when it is time to come into Medicare, or if you're already into Medicare, you know, let us help you figure it out. And again, I've helped thousands across the country, and I'm happy to help you do it. And we will do what is right in your situation. So whether you're in Washington State or Maine or Ohio or Illinois, happy to help, easy to do. And we just try to make things simple for you. So that's exactly what we want to do. So I hope you found this helpful. Those big changes that are coming in 2020 aren't so big. And it just makes it easier that we understand what they are so we don't have any confusion or any surprises going forward. So that's exactly what we want. So I hope you found this helpful. I'm going to give you some information now on my website and all the stuff you can find on my website. So I hope you'll take advantage of that. So stay tuned. I'll tell you about my website. Have a great day. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'm certainly always happy to help with any questions, any issues that arise, and they always do. So feel free to give me a call or send me an email. You'll certainly want to visit my website. I have a tremendous amount of information there for now and in the future. So just visit MedicareOnVideo.com. Right in the middle, you'll see is where you get a quote for a Medicare supplement plan. And this is obviously what I do for a living, is I help people make sure that we get the right plan at the right price with the right company in whichever zip code you're located in. So you certainly want to run a quote on a Medicare supplement plan. You can also get a free discount prescription drug card. And I get really good feedback on this, so you might as well go ahead and download a prescription drug card, and it's likely going to save you some money at the pharmacy. While you're there, you want to go into the Resource Center, and the Resource Center tab is going to drop down, and what you'll find is guides and forms where I have pretty much any piece of information that you need for Medicare right here. So if you need something like the employer form where you're going to retire and you're coming into Medicare and your employer needs to fill this form out, you can download it right on my website and then email it to your HR department, get them to fill it out so that you'll have it when you need it. And you can also get a copy of my book. So you can download a copy of Medicare Made Clear, and I cover just about every topic in Medicare. So it's a great thing to have on your iPad or on your computer, whatever it may be for now. And again, in the future, certainly very helpful to have. Now, you'll also in the Resource Center find the video library. And if you click on video library, it takes you right to my YouTube channel where I have over 100 videos on pretty much everything Medicare. So now we've got so many, it's kind of hard to find what you're looking for. But if you're looking for something specific, just use the magnifying glass at the top, put in whatever topic you're looking for, and it'll bring up the videos that relate to that topic. So it makes it easy to find exactly what you're looking for. So I'm happy to help with any of it, and obviously I'd appreciate it if you'd allow me to help you with your Medicare supplement plan. That's what keeps this whole thing going, and I'm happy to do it, and we will make sure that you get it right from the start. So I hope you found all this helpful, and have a fantastic day.